Hello, fellow earthlings. May you live long and prosper. Also, may the force be with you and make sure you share and enjoy. That's three pop culture references for you in that opening. I am Axat and I love Star Trek, Star Wars, and Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams, which is where that share and enjoy pop culture reference was from. But from flights of fancy in science fiction, let's get down to brass tacks and talk about what is affecting, or rather, what is going to be the effect of these mass layoffs that are happening in the tech industry all over the world initially, but now very acutely affecting the tech talent in India. So, I was in a dream state, a lucid dreaming sort of state in the morning today, and it occurred to me that because I'm so interested in space flight and human space exploration, I sort of drew a parallel between the International Space Station and the tech talent layoffs happening in India. So, just as an allegorical example, which J.R.R. Tolkien used to hate for his Lord of the Rings, suppose the International Space Station has 11 crew members on board at any time. Seven of them are absolutely professional astronauts who have scientific experiments that are running there, and four are sort of tourists. I mean, they have gone through the proper astronaut training, not like that Blue Origin just beyond the Kármán line, 100 kilometers beyond the Earth surface, sort of, name tagged astronauts, proper astronauts. But those four are not really core to the mission of the International Space Station. So, the ISS, the governing bodies, NASA and Roscosmos, and all the participating countries, they decide to let go of those four astronauts and send them back down to Earth, and let the seven that are remaining in the International Space Station carry on with that rotational Crew 11 that recently went up, that sort of commercial real supply missions that SpaceX and Roscosmos do. And the ISS continues to hold its scientific outpost in space. But those four astronauts who come back down, they can be employed, they can share their experience with other space agencies. Now, SpaceX and Blue Origin by Amazon and Electron rocket, no, rocket. Electron is a rocket by Intuitive Machines. So all these sort of companies are already quite heavily into space aeronautics. But there are many dozens of other companies that are just starting up. So these startups can benefit from the knowledge sharing of those four astronauts. Those four astronauts can gain high up positions at those startups and guide the upcoming talent that is gearing up to go into space and push humanity upwards, literally. So that is why my axiom for this comparison is add Astra per aspera to the stars through difficulties. I know it's a challenging time for tech talent in India, for people who've been laid off, for the very ambitious people, the very needy people, some of them who needed jobs to sort of pull their family up through social strata. It is challenging, but at the same time, look at the opportunities, try and find places where your talent, your ambition will be appreciated in tier 2 towns, which are coming up very fast, booming as India goes through a tech acceleration phase. Of course, we have fallen far behind in the artificial intelligence LLM production stage, but at the same time, instead of going about it in a government regulated manner, let's try and give the tech talent that has been laid off by big brands the opportunity to make a real difference to society in smaller brands. And who knows, maybe we have Elon Musk's and Jeff Bezos's and Bill Gates and Steve Jobs in the tech talent that has been laid off. Many of these founders have had a history of not working for big corporations, and that is why they were able to make corporations that are now employing thousands of people who perhaps might not do the great things they are meant to do if they are bound down in corporate culture. So let me just get through. I was saying that you can think of it as an inverted pyramid. So there are hundreds of thousands of employees in the big tech companies in India. Now, a few thousands, maybe even a few hundred thousands, are let go by them. Now, most of them will trickle down to the small startups, and that is where the real change can be implemented. So, I am thinking of it not as it is a setback, but not a hurdle, not an insurmountable difficulty, but something that in the long run will yield a lot of positives for the Indian economy, especially in the tech sector. And big IT companies have lost talent, and that talent will obviously profit society and startups at the lower level, at the actual real humans level. Okay, so I think that was the point that I was trying to make, that even if the space station is staffed by only the core team and the rest of them are let go, and they benefit the space companies that are growing up from the ground literally, the same thing, the same vision can be applied to the tech talent layoffs that are happening in India, and which should trickle down, percolate down to help us improve everybody's living, everybody's life in general. So this is of course my higher brow thinking. Like I said, I was in a lucid dream state at that time, but it does not deter the fact that it does not take away from my determination of bringing up Advitya into a society in which we can all contribute positively and make humanity better as a whole, instead of infighting because of irrelevant reasons. But you can check out more about my views in my other videos. Thank you so much for watching. Do make sure you share your thoughts in the comments and smash that sub button for awesome acts fun. I am Axat. Thanks for watching, and ad Astra per aspera. Jai Hind.